Weather coverage you can count on with Chief Meteorologist Kate McKenna and the Wave 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network.
Well, it's a comfortably warm Thursday night across North Alabama. Our temperature's still in the 70s, mid-70s, in fact, 76 degrees right now in Huntsville, 75 in Decatur and Florence. Scottsboro, we're at 72 degrees. And I said quiet. This is the view all across the Wave 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network 3 radars. They all show us the same thing. Muscle Shoals, Decatur, and Guntersville, those are quiet views with those minute-by-minute scans. And it's going to stay like that again tomorrow. Saturday is when things start to change for us, and we'll get to that in just a second. But for tonight, we're down to 66 degrees. That's your forecast low. It's what you wake up to tomorrow morning. We keep it mostly clear, and the wind out of the south helps bump up the humidity slowly but surely, and it also helps bump up the temperatures tomorrow. But it's really going to be a nice day to maybe spend some time at the lake, at the pool, soak it all in, because weekend weather is not going to be quite that pristine. 88 degrees by noon. By 5, we're back down to 90. I do expect us to hit a high in the lower 90s in between noon and 5 o'clock. So let's talk about why things are going downhill for the weekend. I mentioned this earlier, but I want to take you on kind of a deeper dive into the forecast here. This center of circulation, it is not well defined, to say the least. We're still looking at potential tropical cyclone 3. So here's the center, and the max sustained wind with this still only 30 miles per hour. Central pressure 1,007 millibars. All of the thunderstorm activity with this is still displaced farther toward the east. That's another sign that this is really not very organized. But we do expect it to continue to try and organize here over the next 24 hours, eventually becoming a tropical depression and then a tropical storm before it makes landfall in south central Louisiana. So here's your track. Let's go ahead and get to it. As it makes this turn toward the north, it also starts to kind of make a bend toward the northeast once this moves inland. And until it does that, we've got tropical storm warnings in effect for about central and eastern Louisiana all the way over to coastal Alabama. And as we look at the timestamps here, this is important to keep in mind. Tropical storm strength by tomorrow night before it makes landfall. And watch what happens here. A sharp turn off toward the northeast, and it kind of quickly moves inland here. Center of circulation very close to eastern Mississippi, western Alabama. This is 7:30 Saturday evening. Notice the rain shield with this is not quite as far north as North Alabama just yet. We can see some showers though before this, and we will see the cloud cover on the increase. Through Saturday night into Sunday morning, what I find really interesting about the most recent information that we're getting from these data sources is that we're seeing a lot of the rain just off to our south. That's a trend that I've noticed here over the past 12 hours or so, and that's really going to mean a sharp cutoff between almost no rain in northwest Alabama to maybe an inch or two of rain in parts of Marshall and DeKalb County. So keep that in mind here going forward, that it may not be a washout for all of us, but most of the rain does look like it's going to come through Saturday night into very early Sunday morning. As we continue the path through Sunday into the afternoon, now to Sunday at 10 o'clock, all that moisture is off to the east, and we catch a little bit of a breather before the rain and storms are back with us on Monday, because we've got an approaching cold front heading our way. So I told you, northwest Alabama, some spots won't get much measurable rain at all, but we can get up to an inch of rain the closer you are to the I-65 corridor and farther toward the east, an inch to an inch and a half, with even higher rainfall totals farther to the south. This is not ideal beach weather, to say the least, and not even just the rainfall side of things, but the surf is going to be an issue. We're talking rip currents, so not the best weekend to be in the water at all. We're talking 10 inches of rain here in coastal parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. The 7-day forecast does show us that there's a benefit here, that once the rain moves out, once the cold front comes through behind all this tropical moisture, look at our temperatures. We're down to 80 degrees on Tuesday. By Wednesday, back to 81. Overnight lows cool back down into the 60s as well.